What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam, this is Vancity Audi, and this video will hopefully provide some explanations as to the dyno results that I shared with you earlier in the week. First off, I need to apologize. I never try to deceive people by putting out inaccurate information on this channel. I always try to show you guys the truth of the matter behind data or performance metrics. I try to keep my opinion out of the mix. You may get my opinion in the comments, you may get my opinion on social media, but for the sake of YouTube videos, I really try to just show you guys what I put on my cars, how they work, how well they work, and when they don't work, I showcase that. In this case, the car didn't work, but I provided you guys the wrong freaking reason on why the car didn't work, and I take full responsibility for that. So when the dyno was done, that video was posted, and Integrated Engineering was like, holy crap, what the hell? So they reached out to me and they're like, dude, it isn't the tune. This is not the tune. We can explain to you what's happening to your car. And I was like, oh God. Okay, what's happening? So the way they explained it, and again, I am not the mechanical side of Vancity Audi. That's Kyle from Rider Performance. He's all things mechanical. When I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I ask him, he fills me in, and then I share it with you guys. But in this case, Kyle wasn't around. Kyle's been crazy busy with his stuff at Rider Performance, and the majority of this stuff has been done on my own. Now, I've been sending logs in to IE, and the calibrator has been telling me, I believe you're suffering from valve float. Now, the assumption on my part, which was wrong, was you can tune around valve float and still get virtually all the performance out of your car. What I didn't realize is you'd have to lower the boost pressure significantly enough to prevent the back pressure from getting too high, from cause those valves to float. By doing that, you're not making as much power, and I would not be getting everything that I could out of this TTE710, and it would be slower. Now, the thing that they wrongly assumed was when they were telling me that I knew exactly what valve float was, and that if they tuned around it, I wouldn't be going as fast and I wouldn't be making as much power. And if they tuned around it, my car would be slower. So that's kind of where we kind of fell apart, my misunderstanding versus their misunderstanding. So yes, they had talked to me about it before, but I didn't fully realize the scope of things. So that's my first, gotta apologize to IE. I screwed up, full out. I've been screwing up a lot this year. My physical health sucked, my mental health has sucked. A lot of things have sucked for me this year. Now, those aren't excuses, but I never want to deceive you guys. I always want to be upfront and honest with you guys. I screwed up so badly with my RS3 this year, I didn't even get to drive it. So that's totally on me again. It is what it is. So back to the V9S4. So that's that issue. So they go through all this and they say, we can explain to you why this is happening. You live in an incredibly good place to make power in the world in North America. You have nice low temperatures and you have a really low density altitude. And in turn, your car is making a ton of boost very easily. Now, the example they gave me is, say there's 100 people in the world or in North America using this tune. I am one person, one freaking person that's experiencing this. They have not come across this in anybody else's car. No, I don't know that anyone's dumb enough to run their E70 file when it's really cold, because most people switch over to pump gas for the winter because ethanol is not that super friendly in the winter. Hard cold starts and stuff like that. So when I knew that, I was just like, okay, that's crazy, but I get it. One of the reasons I'm able to go really quick in my cars and always have been is the conditions we have here. They're really good. We're at sea level too. That's another part of the equation I forgot to mention. We're at sea level, low temperatures, and really low density altitudes. Gives my cars the ability to make a ton of power. So with that being said, I know I'm kind of the exception to the rule. He said with these turbos, these are hybrid turbos, these are not full frame turbos, the back pressure is significant. And when you run that much pressure, the back pressure is so high that it'll cause the valves to float. So I'm just like, ah, crap. So where do we go from here? And there's three options, basically, the way I look at it. First option is they turn down the boost. I won't be getting everything out of the TTE710, and I never want to show you guys half-assed results. I want to show you guys what it can do at its best. That's always the point of my videos, because I don't want to show someone like, this is what I'm using and it's kind of because that would not be the truth. My goal is to always showcase everything to the best of my ability, and if it sucks, be honest about it. If it's great, be honest about that too. So if we turn it down, it'll run fine, it'll be more linear, but less power, not as fast. That's option one. Option two, upgrade the valve springs. To my knowledge, right now, November 2022, there are not any upgraded valve springs available on the market, so I'd have to wait for that. I've spoken to IE about this. They are going to be building engine internals, from what I understand. Again, I don't want to put words in their mouth. If they are, they can say it. If they aren't, they aren't, but I'm pretty sure they are. Valve springs, rods, pistons, I don't know to the extent of what they're doing, but I feel like they are because they seem to be pushing the boundaries on this platform a lot. So that's option number 2. The final option is to upgrade my turbo. Now, there is another turbo from the turbo engineers, the TTE710, which has a larger turbine, same stock housing, but suffers from less back pressure. So what you guys are going to see next week, and proof of the fact that this works, is I had a B9 dyno day. And at that dyno day, Dave came from Need for Built and showed us what that 810 could do on E70. It made more power than my car did, and it didn't have any sort of waving valve spring issues. So those are the 3 options. That's the way I look at it, at least. I'm not sure which direction I'm gonna go yet. The cool thing about TTE, if I was to go that way, is the fact that they offer upgrades to their turbos. It's not like you have to purchase an entirely new turbo. They can take your turbo as like a core and then upgrade to the newest one so it doesn't cost as much, which is freaking great. So that's an option. And then lowering the boost, it would be free. IE said, we are happy to do that because we want everyone to enjoy their software, our software, as best they can. So I don't know which direction I'm gonna go, but we will see. But I just wanted to make this video. I know I talked too much, so sorry if I went into it too deep for you guys, but that's my understanding of the situation. I screwed up. It is not the freaking tune. I live in incredible environmental conditions that allow my car to make a ton of boost, and they have not experienced this with anyone else of their TTE710 E70 clients. So I'll take it as a win that I live in an incredible place. I'll take it as a loss that I screwed up royally and basically lied to you guys saying it was the tune. It's valve float. They're like 95% sure it's valve float, and we're going to see in the future whether I choose one of those 3 options to figure it out, whether it remedies the situation or if it's still there. If it's still there, could this be something more? But the car is still fast. The car ran 10 O's at 136 and 137 on their tune, even with that wavy graph that shows my car is making a ton of power, just not as much as it should be. So I hope that kind of lays it out there for you guys. Again, my apologies to all the viewers. I never try to mislead you guys. To Integrated Engineering, I am sorry. That video full out shit on you, and that's what I believed it was, and I was trying to be honest with the viewers, but in turn, it does not look like that was the case. So, to everyone for sticking around, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to the channel, guys, because next week, the dyno day video is gonna drop, and you're gonna be able to see, I think it was 5 of us that dyno tested that day, and you can see the difference between the different stages of power, the different tunes, the different gas they're running, and in the end, we get to see the very, very first TTE710 dyno video on Dave's SQ5 from Need for Built YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care.